Okay, so this is the first episode of the S7 Touring Podcast, or the S7 Podcast. It's not really a full-out podcast since we do have pictures that go along with it. And I haven't really explained any of this really to you yet. Not too much, at least. So we'll explain to whoever's listening and you at the same time, okay?
Okay.
So basically what I was doing was I was working on one of my classes, and it's a critical reasoning class. So it's all about arguments and talking and stuff like that. And it was talking about how pictures can, while they're not necessarily an argument, they can still have a huge impact. And it quoted the often said, "A picture's worth 1,000 words."
You're actually learning from this class.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
With what you told me about it?
I know. Yeah. So, we have taken thousands of pictures. And we will
continue to do so.
And we will continue to take thousands of pictures, especially with the baby on the way. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to look at a few of our pictures. I just kind of picked a few random ones off my phone. We're going to look at a few of them, and we're just going to talk about them. We're going to talk about, like, what they are, kind of some of the story behind it, maybe some fun facts. Who knows? We'll see.
Why we took the picture.
Yeah, why we took the picture. Well, because we have digital cameras and there's no film limit, so why not take the picture?
Technically, digital cameras are now on phones these days that people use mostly anyway, so...
Okay, smarty pants.
Well...
You just gotta be a smart aleck.
Technically.
So we're gonna just spend a few minutes talking about these pictures, and hopefully you guys enjoy. And be sure to leave a like and a comment below. We will probably try and come up with random questions to ask for comments.
I apologize if I sound awkward. I've never done this before.
Well, neither have I.
I don't know the first thing about...
We're completely unprofessional, and that's great.
Well...
You're getting the authentic Renee and Scott.
I don't...
By the way, I'm Scott.
Oh, I'm Renee. Okay. Well, I don't listen to enough podcasts to know how to do this, I guess. I'm not good on camera.
Well, thankfully, you're not on camera.
Yeah, but I don't... The way I talk on camera, I don't...
Well, you're just talking to me.
Not just talking to you.
Yeah, ignore them.
Okay, whatever. Well,
So the intent is this is going to be a weekly podcast that we do. It's going to... I think we're shooting for Saturdays. It's going to be uploaded on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Central Time.
There's going to be some Fridays where it's going to be tough to get to it.
Yeah. And we might eventually incorporate video into this. We'll see. I'm not sure. The cat's glaring at me.
She's not glaring. She's just like, what are you doing?
She's looking at me like I'm an idiot. We're getting off topic.
Our
okay.
cat Hazel, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Who you cannot see. But she's adorable.
Hiding behind a basket.
Yeah. Alright, enough of the cat. Alright, so our first picture. What is it?
The Polynesian Tikimen.
Okay, so the Polynesian Tikimen. We took this on our first Disney vacation.
This was the first one? I thought
this was the first one. Wait, no?
No,
it was the second one.
Yeah, because we didn't go to Polynesian.
Yeah, we were going to go to the Polynesian, but then we skipped it.
Yeah.
Because reasons.
We were able to resort hop our second trip there. So.
Yeah, because we actually planned.
Yeah. So we're going to be able to do it the next trip, too.
So the lesson we learned was plan on your Disney trip and get help planning. Mm-hmm. And your first trip is going to feel completely disorganized no matter how much you try to plan. The second trip is awesome. And I'm pretty sure every other trip that we take from here on out is going to be awesome.
Every trip you take to Disney is even better than the time before. I'll tell you that. It's awesome each time, but I think it gets better each time.
Well, that's been our luck so far.
Because we know what to do each time we go there.
Yeah. This actually probably would have been better to do our first trip because our first trip was in the middle of July, and it was hot.
That's true.
We were dying.
Yes, dying of heat. Heat stroke. Not really heat stroke.
Our second trip, we went in November. It was nice.
It was hot one of those days.
One of those days.
It got kind of cold,
Yeah.
Like a little colder than I would have liked on one of the days, but
we would start with jackets. Middle of the day, we'd be sweating our butts off.
well,
Then we'd end the day in jackets.
did we end up taking your jackets off at Magic Kingdom that one day? I think it was. I don't. Cause that's the thing.
The day of the Christmas party?
Yeah, I remember wearing it pretty much.
No, we wore jackets basically the entire time.
Exactly. So it was chilly the whole day, pretty much.
So we're completely getting off topic again.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, with the weather-wise, when you go there, it's just hit and miss with it.
Yep. So the second trip, we visited the Polynesian. We went to breakfast at Ohana.
Which was awesome.
It was amazing. I got to take a picture with Stitch finally.
Yeah, well, so did I.
That's not important.
Oh, very funny. It's just all about you, huh?
Stitch is my favorite.
I like Stitch, too.
You got to take a picture with your favorite character our first trip.
Oh, that's true.
I had to wait a whole year.
Well, they only have Stitch in so many places. So.
I know.
But yeah.
Disney, if you're listening, put Stitch in all the places. So, do you know the Tikimen has a name?
No way.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well,
This article's we found this on an article. I
was reading.
It's like 4 years old.
I was kind of reading this article earlier. I'll try and post a link to it in the description if I remember, because we're filming this a little bit early. Because we're trying to film a few before the baby comes.
I did not even know about this.
Yep, I just kind of sprung this
First time
on her.
reading of it, so.
Yeah.
Did you even read the whole article?
I skimmed most of the article. And
That's all you do is ever skim.
no, I read.
Really? I don't even know how you have time to read an article.
Okay. So this article comes from resortloop.com, and
You're really close to our friends.
it was posted by Joe Quattrochi.
That's really close to a friend of ours' channel's name.
Yes, it is. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, when you said it, I was like, wait, you're going to have to say...
So he got this information from Hal Bowers. He was the co-host of the RetroDisneyWorld.com podcast. And so he discovered some literature printed by the Walt Disney Company from 1972 about the legend of...
Maui?
Maui.
Yes, it's really me. It's Maui. Breathe it in.
Wow, awesome.
So I always thought this thing looked like Stitch.
No,
And
Maui from Moana.
yep. So the Tiki Man apparently is named Maui.
Yeah, but it's so funny because Polynesia's been around longer than Moana.
And yeah. So the
But then again,
1970
Maui is an island in Hawaii anywhere, isn't it? And or it's somewhere, it's an actual name.
Yes.
Came from
Yes.
Hawaii, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's what the 1972 literature says. The folklore of Polynesia contains no more colorful adventures than those of Maui. His exploits are told and retold across the island world, from Hawaii to Bora Bora to New Zealand. Maui, born of the gods, lived among the people of the South Seas. His pranks and tricks provided the islanders with a constant source of new tales. How Maui, with his magic fishhook, pulled the islands of Polynesia from the depths of the sea. How he discovered the secret of making fire and taught it to his people. And happiest tale of all, how Maui achieved his greatest feat, capturing the sun. Legends say Maui snared the sun with a specially woven net, refusing to release it until he secured a promise that the sun would pursue his course across the sky more slowly. This, of course, means more daylight. For all. There was not a comma there. For all who live in
Already
Polynesia.
catching grammatical mistakes.
Yep.
Also I lassoed the sun.
So now you know why the people of every Polynesian village remember the mischievous one. Mischievous? Mischievous.
Some people say mischievous, some people say mischievous. It's really mischievous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The playful god of the people, Maui. And it shows these different illustrations of Maui that all look like, you guessed it, the Tikimen.
In fact, speaking of, I know this is off topic, but when you say mischievous or whatever, I've caught a couple teachers I work with saying mischievous instead of mischievous. But I don't know which one's the correct one for sure.
Potato, potato?
I don't know. I always think it's...
I've always heard this.
At first I thought it was mischievous, and then I've heard mischievous, like, okay, which one?
I've always heard it both ways, too.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I didn't realize that was an actual legend that they incorporated into the movie Moana, of actual Maui. He's based off of this character, this legend.
Yeah, going off this 1972 paper, they were very accurate with it. Or they stayed very true to
I was
it.
going to say, as you read it, I was thinking exactly like, oh, that's exactly how Maui is in Moana. Because he has this fish hook. He was born, or he was turned into a god.
Well,
Well,
this
not a
it
god,
says he
a
was
demigod,
born of the
but,
gods.
Like, yeah, a demigod.
So
but
there's a little bit
he
difference
was,
there.
But yeah, he was with the sun and everything. There's a little bit of difference in it in the movie, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was just...
So next time you're walking into the Polynesian resort, say hi to Maui. And don't mistake him for Stitch.
Oh, wait. People have mistaken him for Stitch?
I always thought he looked a little bit like it.
But he has a hat, like...
Yeah, I know.
I never thought he looked like Stitch.
I am obsessed with Stitch, so I see Stitch everywhere.
I know.
I see Stitch in the console of my car. I am going to take a picture of this and put it on one of the podcasts.
You're obsessed.
I need to make a reminder of this just so I can remember that that's going to be one of the pictures, is a picture of the console of my car, or not the console, the radio. It really does look like Stitch, kind of, sort of. Shut up.
You'll have to... I don't know. I don't see it. But, I mean, I like Stitch too, but, I mean, sometimes I think I see him too, but, I don't know, I guess. You have to... I think it's because... Okay, what was I going to say? I think it's because you have so many Stitches you collect that you see him everywhere in our house now, so...
Well...
I mean, take it from our baby announcement video that you used well, not all of them, but most of our Stitches.
Half of them.
Half of that. Only half of them? That was like the majority.
Yeah, because I didn't even break out all the holiday ones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that would have taken like 30 minutes of video just for those Stitches.
Yeah. Alright, so let's move on to the next picture. So this is not Disney.
This is Worlds of Fun.
This is Worlds of Fun. So this ride is the Spinning Dragons at Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, Missouri.
Which I will never go on.
I went on it once with my niece, and I felt like I had whiplash. So I've seen plenty of people film the Primeval Whirl at Disney World.
Yeah, it's definitely a
And
lot like it.
this is like the exact same ride. I think this one might be a little bit more intense.
I don't understand how our niece likes this ride so much.
This is our niece's favorite ride.
One of our nieces, yeah.
One of them.
She's now 14. Or is she 14?
I think so.
Yeah, we're losing track as you're getting older.
I feel so
14
old
or
now.
15.
So, Worlds of Fun is a theme park that's based on the Around the World in 80 Days story. So it's got all these different lands that are based off of different like continents and stuff.
In different countries, just like in Epcot.
Yeah, it is very similar to Epcot in that
It
sense.
reminds me of Epcot a lot.
So Spinning Dragons is located in the Orient section of the park. It was built in 2004, and it was the replacement for the Orient Express, which I don't think I ever got to ride that or see that. I don't remember.
I don't remember if I have either when I was a kid.
I don't know. So
Apparently I used to ride faster rides when I was a kid, and now I'm too chicken to ride really fast ones. Even roller coasters.
yeah, didn't really have much to say about this one.
This is Wikipedia.
This is Wikipedia. I was trying to see if there's any fun facts.
You know we're not
How
supposed to use
dare
Wikipedia.
I?
You know our teachers taught us not to use Wikipedia.
Well, I was always told to use Wikipedia for a reference and then follow the sources from Wikipedia.
Exactly. They say basically they just don't rely on Wikipedia too much because it's not always accurate.
Yeah, but this is completely off topic, and we're not going to go into the whole use Wikipedia and don't use Wikipedia argument.
No, I was just making a joke because you actually used Wikipedia for this.
I did. I can't believe I did. All right, next picture.
Aww.
This is a very recent one. This is,
Tanganyika,
I believe, a 3-month-old baby snow leopard.
How can you remember which is which? Because the jaguars, the snow leopards,
It's very hard to remember.
they are so similar. And also the lynx a little bit. Well, the lynx are kind of different because their ears, but...
The lynx are different because of the ears and their tail.
Yeah.
And the
but I
serval...
love leopards, so.
The serval is different because you never see it move because it's always sleeping.
And I love leopards, so...
So this guy is just adorable.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tanganyika Wildlife Park in Goddard, Kansas, they have a nursery right by the front gate. And they constantly have the most adorable baby animals on display.
How they keep up with it.
Yeah. So there's the majority of the baby animals we saw this year were baby snow leopards and baby clouded leopards, which I don't really recognize the difference. I'm not sure.
Maybe that's the two I mean.
Those are the two that are really hard to tell apart, at least for me.
Well, they are both leopards, so.
Yeah. But one or the other is, yeah. So Tanganyika has a very large breeding colony of clouded leopards, I think. I think it's clouded leopards.
We usually see clouded leopards more than snow leopards.
So hopefully I was right that this is a... Yeah, because I took a picture of the sign.
Because I think it was all clouded leopards with all those little kittens playing together.
I believe that big group was all clouded leopards.
They're all grown up now, so...
Yeah, so...
The ones that we saw a few months ago.
We were really lucky to be able to go every month and kind of watch them grow, so... I can't wait to make a video just kind of detailing all the growth. That one litter of baby leopards was just adorable. They're constantly playing like kittens.
Yeah, I love seeing kittens play.
So...
Right, Hazel? Just talking to our cat again.
So typically in nature, this cat is... it's native to mountain ranges of Central and South Asia. And it's listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. And the global population is estimated to number less than 10,000 mature individuals. Mainly inhabits alpine and subalpine zones, so cold areas.
Yeah, well, that's why they're called snow leopards.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Right?
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
Where do the clouded leopards get their name from? Like because... I mean, you can't have anything to do with clouds, so obviously.
They are flying leopards.
They're fluffy, like clouds.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Flying leopards.
What? Makes sense. Clouded leopards, they must be with clouds.
Fly.
These are snow leopards. They're found with snowy areas.
Yeah.
So a clouded leopard, obviously.
Probably in like the plains. It's not plains, but like where you see cloudy areas more, I guess. Areas that are more cloudy. I don't know.
They belong in the sky.
Okay,
with
whatever.
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
So here's another picture of that same cat.
Oh,
this time he's kind of playing around. He found a ball of rope and we took a video of this. This is actually a still from the video, and he was just going to town on this little ball of rope.
Yeah, that was adorable.
They are so cute.
Is that one still, like... Have we seen that one in a while? You said this was recently, right?
This was from our last trip.
That's right.
So, last weekend.
Oh, right. I remember now. I just didn't remember. We've seen him so often, like, this year. I just don't remember which is which.
We're just so used to seeing these guys.
Yeah. They're the first thing we see when we come in, and they're the last thing we see when we go out.
Yeah. We usually spend about an hour at the nursery right when we first get in.
Maybe not.
Then we'll walk around the park for about 10 minutes. Then we'll come right back to the nursery to see the baby animals again.
I think that's exaggerated.
Because they're so cute.
We've been going through it quicker and quicker lately, so.
Yeah. So, definitely an awesome park.
It is. Yeah.
So this is the last picture we're going to talk about today.
Another Disney one.
It is a Disney one.
Gotta love the castle mosaic.
So, yeah, this is one of the mosaic murals in the Cinderella Castle.
Was this our last trip or the first trip?
This was in the first trip, because I pulled this off my Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I've got pictures on Facebook too, so I didn't know if you got it.
Yeah.
I don't know mine or not.
So, these were designed by Dorothea Redmond, and there's 5 of them total, and they tell an abridged version of the Cinderella story. And the design was then brought to life by Hans Joachim Scharf.
That's a weird pronunciation. Okay. Close enough. So, Jim.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm not sure if you're pronouncing.
We are absolutely butchering that name today.
Sounds like a foreign name. Like, I think he's from.
So, according to this article,
Is that like a German?
I think so.
Yeah. It's hard to say.
So, according to this article, it was him, his wife, and his daughter, and they hand cut and shaped over 1 million pieces of glass, bits of gold and silver, and numerous of the. They put parentheses around it, but we can't do hand parentheses. Jewels.
Hand parentheses, like.
So this was actually really stunning for a mosaic because they used 500
Wait,
different colors.
You said parentheses, didn't you?
Yeah, I started doing the parentheses or quotes. I started doing air quotes.
I didn't catch you doing that at first. Like, wait a minute, I don't see parentheses anywhere. Those are quotes.
Yeah.
Come on, don't you know English by now?
How would you do parentheses if you're like talking in person?
Like that?
What would you like? Would you be like
curl your hands a little bit?
Would you do like the Macaulay Culkin and just kind of cup your face? Cooking? Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay cooking. He's cooking. Get up store.
There you go. That used to be the Home Alone cooking show.
Yeah. Cool.
For kids that were left behind. All right. I feel like this is just turning into you making fun of me for the entire time.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. It was too funny.
So, yeah. So they were glued on piece by piece by hand. And it looks like there were 6 craftsmen that helped them. I probably will.
Oh, wait.
You snorted.
But I was laughing.
Oh. This article is really cool because it kind of tells you the whole process.
Look, wait, go down. Wait, go up.
You told me to go down.
Wait, went down too far. Go down again. Okay. It says, look, honey, it's Cinderella.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I just saw that and I wanted to read it.
Yeah. So, the author of this article, and what is this? So, this article I'm reading is from allears.net. and it was by Jack Spence. This is from 2010.
All ears. That sounds familiar.
It does sound really familiar.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they were having the exact same problem we were having. Is you can't take pictures of these in one shot. You have to literally stand there for half an hour, it seems.
For people to go by.
For people to go by, and then for people to stop going by for 5 seconds. So you can snap a picture.
Some people are considerate of that when they see someone has a camera. Like, oh, sorry. Some people, they just walk by without even noticing that you're even trying to take a picture. I think that's rude. How rude, in the quotes of Stephanie Tanner. How rude.
Yep. So, I remember this. I remember we were taking these pictures right at the end of the day, I think. Was it at the end of the day? It was towards the middle of the day.
Last trip it was, I think both trips actually were at the end of the day.
Yeah, so
yeah,
we were doing this at the end of the day.
It was dark because you
remember
took
now.
the 360 pictures around. Yeah.
Which didn't turn out very well because of glares.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah, it was the end of the day, so that probably didn't help at all because you had everyone from Fantasyland just kind of filing through to go out the main exit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were standing there for a long time
Seems
trying
like we stood there longer the first trip than the second trip.
Yeah, I think so. I think the second trip we were just like, the heck with it. If there's people in it, we don't care.
I still cared though, so it still took me a while. I'm like, I don't like people in my pictures all the time unless it's absolutely necessary and unavoidable or inevitable. But I don't want to. I'm not going to deal with it all the time.
Yeah.
If I'm able to get a picture without people, then I try.
Yeah. But I'm really glad we were able to actually get these pictures, though, because this is just
a really
one of
good
them.
picture.
But it's a nice full image of it, which is awesome.
Yeah, cameras are getting better and better on phones these days.
Yeah. I
mean, I even brought my digital camera, and I barely touched it on this trip. I mean, it's just so much easier to use my phone most of the time. I still bring it just in case, though.
Yeah, definitely bring it, even though we never use it.
No, I use it a little bit. I try to, at least a little bit.
We use it for 5 seconds, and then we realize that it's not taking pictures right, and then we throw it in the bag, and we forget for the rest of the trip.
That's one reason, and the other reason I just wanted to make sure I didn't damage it or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't break it or lose it. I used it more on the first trip than the second trip, that's for sure. Yeah. That was when I was that was my first year having that camera. You actually got it so for that purpose, for that trip.
I did.
I used it all through like Christmas and all that.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't really use it that much longer.
Well, I still use it. I mean, I just keep forgetting about it.
Yeah. Cameras are kind of
I mean, I've always loved
hard
taking
to
pictures.
take the time to use, it seems, because of the convenience of our smartphones.
Yeah, I was always wanting to get into professional photography at some point, but I don't know.
Yeah.
People always like the pictures I take. That's what they tell me. It's like, oh, you get such good pictures.
Yeah. Okay, well, our cat Hazel looks sleepy. That's okay. Our cat Hazel looks sleepy, so we should probably finish up. So,
time for bed.
We hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll figure out how to make this more pleasant on us and you all.
Planet. I can't even think today. You don't think this was pleasant?
It wasn't too bad.
You're going to have to edit that out. You don't think this was pleasant?
It wasn't too bad.
We'll see how I sound.
I suppose we will. But like I said, Hazel looks tired, so we're going to end this.
We've actually got 2 cats, but the other one's downstairs, so.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment. What should we make for the question of the day?
Or do that. We're doing question of the day.
Something.
Like what kind of question?
Something right.
I guess Hazel has a question. She's coming over here and telling us something. Because she wasn't going to sleep.
So leave us a comment with your cutest animal story.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And I was going to say something. I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Is she gonna be on the podcast now?
I am sure she will eventually.
She's trying to talk. She's trying to meow.
Are you trying to meow, Hazel?
Hazel. Come on, Hazel. No, now she's not gonna say anything because I'm talking.
She's a stubborn kitty.
Sometimes she talks when I talk to her. Okay then, be that way.
She's glaring at me again. Okay. She wants food.
Okay,
she's
whatever.
hungry.
Yep.
Okay.
We just gave her something, but.
So yeah, leave us a comment with your favorite pet story, and since we're pre-recording a few of these, we're not going to get to the comments right away, but here in a few weeks we'll be recording new ones. So leave us a comment with your favorite pet story. Maybe we'll read a couple. We'll read a couple of our favorites on one of the podcasts later on. So, yeah, picture's worth 1,000 words, and now you know some of the ones that go with these. So, I'm Scott.
I'm Renee.
And we'll see you next time.